This podcast is intended for mature audiences only. We explore topics surrounding sexuality, intimate relationships, and related subjects in an open and candid manner. Please be advised that we are not licensed marriage or sex therapists, and the content shared here is for entertainment and informational purposes only. If you are under 18 years of age or prefer not to engage with discussions about sex, relationships, or mature language, we strongly recommend that you refrain from listening further. However, if you are of legal age and comfortable with this content, we invite you to settle in and enjoy the show.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Beyond Monogamy. I'm Adam,
And I'm Pris.
and today we are talking about communication.
Comunicación.
Yeah. Play. Yes, communication. Communication. It's such a big and pressing issue. And it's been something that we've been communicating a lot about. That's
We
right. We went there. We've been communicating a lot about it.
Yes,
No, realistically,
you're so
there
cute.
there is just so much happening in our world, in our own personal world. And really it's revolves around communication.
Yeah.
Everything revolves around communication.
Yes.
I can sit back and say it's been 14 years and I think we're probably at the peak of our marriage, the peak of our relationship.
It's gonna go all downhill from here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're going to be over the hill in a sec. But things are going very well. And why are things going so well? Well, when we pinpoint it, it comes back to how we're communicating with each other.
Yes.
And really, it all comes down to that,
Yeah.
is how we
Yeah.
communicate with each
And
other
with others.
and
Yes.
with others.
Yes.
But to me, you can't communicate with others unless you can safely communicate with your spouse.
Yeah. Your
So,
partner has to, you have to be
yeah,
able to have have good communication with your partner.
if I can talk to somebody else deeply and intimately and not be able to talk to my wife the
Mhm.
same way,
Mhm.
I'm with the wrong person.
Mhm.
You know what I
I
mean?
will agree.
Yeah. So to me, the foundation is always going to be the partner that you have,
Mhm.
whether it be your spouse, your play partner, whatever, your primary person. That's going to be your number one communication. That's
Yeah.
that's that, and that's really where you need to learn everything.
Yes.
Once you have that solidly down, then obviously, yes, communication with everybody that you deal with, especially people that you play with,
Mhm.
is top notch.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of people that just don't know how to communicate.
I'm realizing
I
that.
and, like, even or they think they know how to communicate with each other, and they don't. Or, like, yeah, God, there's even some that don't even know how to bring up the conversation of communication.
Yeah. Yeah. There's so many levels to it. It's like an onion.
Yeah,
But realistically,
because it
if
ends up going to an argument.
it does. And so a lot of what we learn on how to communicate, we learn from our parents or our guardians, whoever brought us up, whoever
School.
raised us up,
Yeah.
what our environment was.
Yes.
That's what we learned on how to communicate.
Yes.
If you were lucky enough to be raised around or with people who knew how to communicate, then you probably already have a solid foundation of
Yeah.
communication.
Yeah.
It's very rare.
Yes.
The rest of us have to learn it.
Yes.
And
And the rest of us learn it a little slower.
a lot of us don't even know that we have to learn it.
Yes.
There's a large amount of people who just think that the way they do things are okay without communication, without proper communication.
Do they not care or
Yeah.
they just don't care?
Yeah.
They're just like,
This is me.
"I don't want to, this is me."
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was like that for a while.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
This is
were.
me, take me or not.
Yeah.
I think maybe both of us in the beginning, in the very, very, very
In the very
beginning,
beginning, yeah, we were
because 'cause we're
both
like,
very
This is
stubborn.
us, we're not gonna
Yeah,
change."
I'm not
Like,
gonna bend for you, you're not gonna bend for me,
yeah,
so that's it.
yeah.
But I think we were looking for reasons to have a hole
And I
in the
think that
relationship.
communication, yes. And I
Yeah.
think the communication really got started with us was when we went out and I was drinking, and I think we used to get drunk, and I got drunk. I don't know what you told me, but the next day you're like, "So you drank too much, and this is what happened."
I know exactly what you're
Yeah,
talking
and
about.
I was like, "Cool. Alright, I'm not drinking anymore," and I
We were
didn't.
at we were at a Hooters
Oh, okay.
for a birthday party,
Uh-huh. You remember.
and, oh, I can tell you everything about
Do
that
we
night.
need to?
No, 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 it's and not to shame you, but just to recall what it was, because that was the reason why I remember it is not so much what happened later, but what it started with, because that was the first time that I really realized I liked watching you flirt with other men.
'Cause I was flirting
Because
with the
we
guy
were
next to
waiting
me.
for yeah, we were waiting for the party to start. We were standing by the bar, and we were getting a beer, and there was a guy there at the edge of the bar, and he had his arm there, and he was a kind of a built arm, and he had a tattoo on his arm, and you were right next to him, and you were just touching his arm, and you were talking, and you were straight up
I
flirting
don't
with
even
him.
remember that.
And I remember sitting back watching that and being turned on and thinking, "Huh, that's not a normal reaction, and that's something I need to revisit later." And so
Dun, dun,
so
dun.
that's why I remember this exact moment.
Okay.
But after that, yeah, we had been drinking for a while. We were drinking
Mhm.
beers.
Mhm.
We ended up going and joining this party with everybody. It was somebody's birthday party, and shots started coming out. And it was like cran apple
It's like
or
Washington apple or
yeah,
something.
Washington apple, something
That
like
was
that.
so good.
Some weird ass shot.
Yeah.
And you took them, and you became I don't wanna say the word abusive. It wasn't, like, crazy, but you were very emasculating. You were, like,
Yes.
kind of really just kind of
Like what my family is.
yes. Just very
If
belittling
no
in
one,
front of everybody.
my all the women in my family, on both sides of my family, run run the roost.
Yeah.
They are very alpha,
And the men are very
and
quiet.
the men are some of them wanna say something, but the women will always overpower. So
Yeah. And so when we first got together,
that would come
I
out,
made that very clear that I don't work that way.
and I don't work that way.
Yeah, and so that came out, and I remember I dealt with it.
Yes.
We went home,
Yes.
and I held it in,
Yes.
and I put you to bed, and I was like, "I'm gonna talk
Yes.
to her about it tomorrow."
Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember that, and I remember telling you that, but I didn't get mad at you, I just remember telling you,
Yeah.
and you said, "I didn't realize that this was such a problem, that's very embarrassing. I'm not gonna drink anymore."
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah.
And I remember telling you, "Well, you don't have to go extreme. It's okay." I said, "I'm
Yeah.
not mad at you."
Yeah.
And
But
you were like, "No, that's not cool, and I'm
I
not
stopped
gonna
taking
screw up
shots.
this yeah, I'm not gonna screw
Yeah.
up this relationship over
Yeah.
that. I'm gonna get this figured out first."
Yeah.
And so you quit. And I was like, "Wow." And so obviously I wasn't gonna drink if you weren't drinking, so we
Yeah.
both quit.
Yeah, we stopped for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember we lost a lot of friends for a while there because
Yeah.
we didn't drink
We didn't
anymore.
drink anymore.
People stopped inviting you. Now, the drinking issue, I thought it was an issue when we first came onto the scene. We started going to events. It seems like almost all the events revolve around drinking,
Yeah, I used to get embarrassed about that.
and I was very embarrassed about
So
that.
alcohol does not help in communication,
It
but then
doesn't.
in this case it did.
Yes, yes.
If you're a forgiving person, I'm you and I are like that. So when it comes to things like that, we're really good about communicating what we don't like
Yeah,
and what we like. I am way better now at at saying exactly what's on my mind.
and that's good.
To
It
an extent.
it's good. It's still something that I'm trying to get used to coming from you because you have always been a certain way. Now, I'm not saying I think it's great the way you're being now. I think it's great that you're finding your voice. I think it's great that you feel comfortable enough to be this person.
Mhm.
It just takes me a little bit to get used to because I've never known this person.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you say things, you don't say it in the nicest of tones.
No. Yeah.
and it's because you've never ever said it before. So it's
Yes.
almost like a kid learning how to
Yeah.
say things.
Yeah.
You don't know how to say things
Yeah.
with tact sometimes.
Yeah.
And so you just say it.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of you for being able to just say it.
Yeah.
Now you need to learn how to say it.
Even like good morning.
You know what I mean? Like,
You'll come to me and you'll be like, okay, you just said good morning. Can you not do period?
oh yeah.
Can you
Like
do like
it's
an exclamation mark or something?
make
Because it sounds,
feel a little bit warmer for me, you know?
yeah.
And they're
And
like,
I'm like,
yeah, it just
okay.
seems so cold. Like you went out of your way to put a period there, man. You could have just left nothing
Our
on there.
kids make fun of us
Oh
because we use
man.
the correct punctuation, but it's just, anyway, that is how we communicate, you guys. Like we talk about everything.
Everything. And it's gonna hurt feelings sometimes. There's really no other way about it.
It's gonna hurt feelings and it's gonna make some upset.
It will. It will. But you have to communicate. It
Now
gets hard if you don't.
now would you say it's a pick and choose situation? I do.
I think so, and I hate to say that, but it
Because it
really
is, because
not everybody takes to it very well.
what if something comes up and
Um,
you're like, "I don't really wanna have this conversation
I
because
know how it's gonna turn
I know it's
out.
gonna turn out." So example, I will hold back sometimes, not because of reaction on your part or how I'm gonna react to whatever you say or anything like that. It's because I'm gathering my words.
Oh, yeah, I've known that you do
So
that.
it
Yeah.
takes me sometimes it'll take me a day or so,
Yeah, I know.
but then I'll
It's the
forget.
longest friggin'
I'll
day, man.
forget. I'll
Long
forget
Oh, no, you never forget.
and we don't bring it.
No, it
No,
comes up.
I mean,
It comes up.
I still hold I
You've
find
gotten better about it.
yeah, but I do find it I know this is about communication, but I do find it where, eh, I just don't wanna talk about it. Whatever feeling I'm having, fuck it.
And that wouldn't be so bad except for the fact that you become very nonverbal when you have something in your
Yes.
head.
Yeah,
You become
because I'm
very,
processing it.
very nonverbal.
Yeah.
And for anybody who listens to our podcast with any regularity, they know you are not nonverbal. You are very verbal. You
Yes.
talk just as much as I do. You claim that I'm the talkative one between the two of us.
Yeah.
We are both equally talkative. And when you have something on your mind, you become very nonverbal. Most of the time, when you have something on your mind, it's something that I did or something that happened with me or to me. And I know you're replaying the events or something that was said, and it's just in there, and you're spaced out and you're looking forward and you're just kind of doing this thing. And I know because I've seen it for 14 years,
Uh-huh.
and I know that I did something, and I have to sit there in writhing agony to wait for you to process it, figure it out, and decide whether it's worth even mentioning.
Yes. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I normally have to go, "What did I do?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I don't know what happened, but
Yeah.
what are you upset about?" And you're like, "No, nothing. Everything's
Just
fine."
let it go.
And then I'm like, I can't. I need to know what I
Yeah.
did, because if I don't know what I did, I can't be sorry,
What we tell the
and I
kids.
can't
Yeah.
fix it."
Yeah.
And you've said this to me, and we've done this so many times, where you're like, "It's nothing. It's something that I felt a certain way about, and I don't know why I felt this way, and I'm trying to process it because I know that it's small and it's nothing worth even talking about.
Yes.
And so I'm gonna process it, and I'm gonna let it go, and we don't even have to talk about it."
Yes.
And to you, that's a good idea.
That's a great idea. You're
And
welcome.
that doesn't do it for me. That
No.
doesn't do it for me. I can't do that.
What ends up happening, I just come and I'm like, "Okay, so I processed it. This is what I felt. Do we wanna talk about this? What are your thoughts?" And I don't like doing that because I know that you are going to see most of the time you're like, "No, it wasn't like that."
Yeah.
And so I'm like, not that my feelings aren't valid, but you help me kind of work through them. And sometimes I leave and I'm like, "Okay, yeah, that was cool." And sometimes I disagree.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Agree to disagree,
agree to
which
disagree.
drives me nuts.
Because you and I are very, very
We're
different.
different,
Yeah,
yeah,
like, we're
of
not
course.
the same person.
No,
We're not the same person.
no, we are
No.
not the same
So
person.
our communication to each other, there's a lot of communication, but it's very different. It is a pick and choose.
Yeah, and how we communicate with each other is different
Yes.
because, I think we were just talking the other day about, I get very passionate sometimes when I talk about certain things. I get a
Yes,
little
and
heated,
yes.
and I tend to when that happens, I will talk at you,
Yes.
and I don't realize that. I'm not talking to you, I'm talking at you.
Yeah.
And but you didn't know that those were
No.
the words, and
No.
we were
So
having a
yeah,
conversation
so
about
we
that.
when we drive to work, we're talking on the phone, even though we're following each other and we're talking on the phone. So we were having that conversation because we were talking about something and I was like, I was talking to you and I was getting very passionate. And you're
Yeah,
like, you're talking at me. You're not talking to me. And then I was like, oh, okay. And then we finished and I was like, wait, can we go back real quick? Because you said something and I want to make sure I get it right.
yeah.
And
And so
so,
we started analyzing that, and
yeah,
and that's when we started talking about how I talk to her when I'm getting passionate, and she said, "That's what it is. You're talking at me. You're not talking to
yeah.
me."
And it does one or two things to me.
Yeah,
It's either going to shut me down
or it's gonna set you off.
or it's going to set me off.
Yeah,
Now, it's very rare that it sets me off, but I'm
it's happened.
I'm old as fuck right now, and my hormones just don't do what my brain nothing is the same, and so I am very not reactive, I'm just very like, "Okay, let's just do this." Kinda get it out of the system type of thing. If it gets passionate, it gets passionate,
Yeah,
but it is a very rare thing.
but it's rare that you and I get into it like
Oh
that,
my
just
god.
period.
I was
Um,
just telling somebody like that, I was like, "Oh, we've been together 14 years and maybe we've gotten, like, extremely passionate 5
yeah,
times?
yeah, it's very rare.
Like, and maybe out of those 5, 3 were because of our brats?
Yeah. Well,
So
so I'm very stubborn, and you're not.
right.
I mean, you have moments of stubborn, but between the 2 of us,
Not with you.
I am very
Yeah.
stubborn, and you can be stubborn with me,
Actually, yeah.
but between the 2 of us, I am definitely more stubborn.
Yes.
But I am also the type of person that if you can convince me, if you can give me a valid argument, clear and concise,
Mhm.
you can find your words and you can absolutely convince me, and I can't argue with anything that you've got to say,
Yeah.
then you got me.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I won't question it at all after that. The problem is with that is I'm really good at arguing.
Yeah.
I'm really good at
Yeah.
arguing. I'm good at
You are the
being able
person
to point out different perceptions.
you are the so for me, I've always said, "You're the person that always wants to be right." And you'll make it a point to make sure you have all the facts and know, "Yeah,
And
I'm
I
right."
mean, to me, that's the only way to really argue.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna
But you're not like that with me.
well, no,
No.
no,
You're like that with other people, but with me?
yeah,
No, you're not like that.
no, no,
I think maybe in the beginning you were, but I'm not that submissive. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah,
I have a voice
right.
but you've always also been the more you're a great like, you can argue your way. Like, I don't know why we're not living rich and you're not an attorney, but oh, way. No, you can definitely argue your way out of it, whether it's bullshit or not, you can, you know?
Yeah, I am able to think on my
Um,
toes in that way. And
and
and because of that, you have to admit, and you've mentioned this before, when it comes to debating or arguing with somebody else,
mhm.
you are able to spit out fast arguments, you're able to spit out fast rebuttals to arguments, you're able to do all sorts of stuff because you have been arguing with me for the
Oh,
past
yeah.
14
I
years,
am great at it.
and you have had to been able to keep up with me. and you haven't been for several years, and
Mhm.
then you started getting better, and you were
Mhm.
starting to and now you hold
Mhm.
your own with me,
Yeah.
and we can go back and
Yeah.
forth,
Yeah.
and just like the kids know, you have to be quick
Yeah.
when you're talking to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're pretty fast. You're pretty quick.
I am now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so are the kids.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, man, our kids are
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it all
and
comes down to that communication.
yes.
Yeah.
It's like, "Figure it out, man. I'm about to get all this information."
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. So, realistically, the foundation of it all is the primary communication between you and your partner.
Uh-huh. Uh,
The secondary amount, and I say secondary, but really it's just as equal, is as far as importance, is communicating with those that you play with, and just as much as communicating
yes.
with your friends.
And, you said that with the ones that you play with. I feel like how people play separately?
Yes.
I feel like if y'all play separately, your partner should be okay with the person who's not playing, to communicate with the person that's playing with your partner. For instance, if you and I were to play separately and you were to play with somebody, right? You've already talked to them, whatever. You tell me, hey, I want to play with this person. We can set it up this time. So you cool? I feel more comfortable, and you actually tell me, "Can you go ahead and reach out and say hi or whatever?"
Yeah.
I feel like that is something that a lot of people in LS do not do. Like, "No, you can't contact her." The moment that I get a no, I can't contact her,
Yeah.
I would be so offended.
Yeah, really.
I would be utterly offended. I'd be like,
Well, I mean, that's a red flag right there,
"Yes.
realistically.
Yeah,
Now, I know that that doesn't apply to everybody, though. There are some relationships that's it's not a thing.
that is true."
That's not a thing.
Yeah.
Now, while you and that's something that I was trying to explain to you one time was certain things you look at as disrespectful,
Yes.
it's not always intended to be
And
disrespectful.
I agree with
Yeah,
you because people have different dynamics.
right. And so the thought process
It's
isn't
not the same.
really there,
Yeah,
and what you feel is a certain thing is not what everybody feels is a certain
right,
thing. Now, it's kinda universal sometimes with respect to certain things,
right.
but for the most part, not everything applies,
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah, yeah, but, like, for us, we're very open, communicated, like that,
Right.
that that's my comfortable zone. So, if I can talk to the person, communicate with the person we or you are gonna play with, it's very peaceful for me. And so far, it's been taken very good.
And, I will say at the very beginning, when we first kind of floated this idea, and it's been a while, because you floated this idea a while back. It wasn't until recently that we really started adapting to it, though, but I know that it always kinda made me uncomfortable, just in the fact that I know that some people would be uncomfortable with it. And then I had the thought process one day, which was, why would anybody be uncomfortable with that?
Yeah.
We're in this lifestyle, and it's different strokes for different folks,
Yeah.
different angles for different couples. Everybody's
Yes.
got their own thing.
Yes.
And if we're all in this for the sexual aspect of it, then we're going to respect everybody else's rules
For
and
sure. For
boundaries,
sure.
you know? And so I shouldn't feel so weird about saying,
Mhm.
"Hey, do me a favor. If you want to sleep with me, would you mind shooting a message to my wife? She would really appreciate that, and it will go well,"
Yes.
you know?
I think
And
you've done
so
that
I
before.
have recently, but
Yeah.
it's only been recently that I felt comfortable doing so, because previous to that, I didn't.
Yeah.
And I was very like, this is uncomfortable. I'd rather just not do it at all, you
Right.
know?
Right.
And I missed opportunities, I'm sure, because I just said, "No, this is not worth the hassle."
Yeah.
And now I'm realizing I don't know why I felt such shame about that, such weirdness about it,
Mhm.
because we're in this lifestyle.
Yep.
and this is what it is.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
I know that if somebody contacted me and told me straight up, I'd be like, "Fucking A, man.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
right
Do
on."
you ever get that? Do you ever get a woman that tells you, "Hey, can you contact my husband just so he can, like, I don't know, get to know you?"
It's been a very long time.
Yeah.
When we first got into these groups, I was I had seen that a couple of times from a few different people, and that seemed to be like a prominent rule for a lot of people was, "If you wanna set up something with me, please reach out to my spouse."
Mm.
And I don't know, I always felt it was weird
Mhm.
at the time.
Mhm.
Like, it just I don't know, it felt so transactional, I didn't care for it
Mhm.
because it's the woman I wanna talk to.
Mhm.
It's the woman that I wanna have sex with. So I don't wanna talk to the husband.
Mhm.
So, by that time, once I would see that, I'd be like, "Oh, okay, sure," and then just walk away from it, leave it
Right.
be. You know what
Right.
I mean? Like,
Right.
I'm good." That's too much of a hassle for me. Now it's different.
Mhm.
I would absolutely do that if I was told that, if I felt somebody was worth it. Understand that I don't really have the greatest social anxiety skills, like, I still have social anxiety, and if somebody tells me, "Hey, would you mind reaching out to my husband?" I would really sit and contemplate it for a while before I actually decide yes or no,
Yeah.
and there would still be a good chance it could be a no, and
Right.
I'd probably walk away from it.
Eh,
But and it has nothing to do with actually talking to the husband except for the fact that I just don't wanna talk to anybody.
Yeah.
I wanna connect with the woman because I am not transactional. I want a good connection. I wanna
Mhm.
like them before I even get into it, you
Mhm.
know?
Yeah.
And so that's really where I used to get it early on. I don't I haven't had that for a while, like a long while.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I'm very I like it because I wanna, I don't know, read vibes anyway.
Yeah,
So if they're messaging me, I'm just I'm looking. I'm looking into it,
yeah.
just to see. I'm just that person
Reading vibes
reading vibes via text.
via text. See, that's
Yeah.
the tough part. You can read vibes via
You
text.
can read vibes off anything.
Just don't know. That's
I
like
mean, you
reading
just said
detecting
on the last
tone in
show
text.
that you can tell by having a conversation with somebody how they're if they're gonna if they're gonna be sensual or how they wanna have sex, right?
Yes.
Same thing.
Okay.
Vibes.
Vibes.
I'm gonna
Nice.
know if I like this person.
Yeah, yeah.
And if I like this person, okay, well then sure.
Now, have you ever been fooled? Like, have you ever gotten good vibes or what you thought were good vibes, and then it turned out
No,
you were wrong?
no,
Never.
never.
I mean, honestly, I've never seen it, but I'm
I
sure there was something. I mean, shit, you were married. I'm the 3rd husband, so obviously that
yeah,
can't be true.
yeah, no. Oh, I knew what I got. You gotta understand, I knew what I had,
Oh my goodness.
but I was okay with that.
Ugh,
Yeah. No, never.
really?
I do get to a point where I can't there's something, there's a gut feeling, there's something, but it's not so harsh and I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm like and sometimes I can tell you that or something, and sometimes I can't.
And that's the hardest thing
So
for me.
that's a good communication thing right there. I don't tell you because I don't want you to make a decision on what I'm feeling if I don't know what it
And you
is,
know I always do.
and you will.
Absolutely.
You're sweet and you still tell me, "No, no, 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 no. Let's still it's nothing." Or you'll say, "Oh, it's because of this or because of
Well, let
that."
me tell you something, I am a big believer in second chances. I'm a big
Yes.
believer in third
How
chances.
do those come out for you most times?
Well, it depends on who you're talking
It
about.
just anybody, just say somebody.
Me,
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
I wasn't the greatest person growing up,
Mhm,
and I wasn't the greatest person in my 20s. I
mhm.
wasn't the greatest person throughout my life. I was given another opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
I was able to make changes to myself
Mhm,
and
You weren't a bad person.
Oh, it depends on who you talk to, you know what I mean?
You were not a
Well,
bad person.
nonetheless,
But you just wanted to be a better person.
I needed to be a better
Yeah.
person, and I am a big believer that I am proof that second chances come to fruition, like,
Mhm.
people can change.
Mhm.
People can change. I think that if somebody screws up, you can the right person can recognize that fact, realize their priority, and go, "Fuck this, I'm never letting that happen again."
Mhm.
Sometimes it takes a jarring situation for you to realize what you have
Mhm.
and go, "I'm never letting this happen again."
Right.
It's like that whole mentality of, living dangerously and then almost losing your life and then going, I'm gonna go on a diet. Life is
Mhm.
worth living. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? It's that
Right.
same mentality. You have that jarring situation that kinda opens your eyes and you go, I I'm not ever letting this happen,
Mhm. Mhm.
and you value what you have. I think communication is so valid for every aspect of your life. And it's not just lifestyle. It's not just at
No.
home.
Yeah.
It's at work. It's
Every
with
ev
your friends. It's
everything. Mm.
the better you know how to communicate, the better it will be for you.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
learned early on that people don't like full honest people. There's a lot of people who have issues with you being fully honest and open with them
and blunt.
and blunt with them. And it's usually those people that they don't care for people who are honest. Those are normally the people that you don't want really around you
Mhm.
because if they can't take honesty, then they're probably going to lie to you at some point. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Normally, the people that I am attracted to or I am drawn to are very open, honest, genuine persons that remind me of us.
Mhm.
And those are normally the people that I'm drawn to because I
Would you
know that they're going to be honest.
But how do you know that if you haven't spoken to them too
Well,
often?
you don't know that until you spend time and you
Mhm.
talk to them and you
Mhm.
and you do that. You can't really know. And so that's where you and I differ is you see
Mhm.
things more on the cynical side. I see things more on the positive end of it. When it comes to people, you're like, no, I see all these red flags. I see this, I see that, which is good. It's a great balance for
Yeah.
me because I'm the opposite. And I'm like, man, this person's
Yeah.
really a special person.
And we'll see where it ends up.
And sometimes we meet in the middle. Sometimes we meet in the middle.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's somebody that you don't really care for and I think is I think you're wrong about and you agree to give it some time.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm not.
Yeah.
And
This is
you
not a
and
right or wrong,
and
but
and
yes.
realistically and you've always
Yeah.
been wonderful about not
Yeah.
gloating
Oh,
when you've
yeah.
been right.
No,
You've never thrown it in my face. You've never gone, "Wow, you remember what I said about the last one? That one came true."
yeah.
Like, you never did that, especially when we were dating other people and stuff like that.
No.
Like, you were never ugly about that, and I always appreciated that. But, it was those were some hard times
Yeah.
because I didn't know I thought I was communicating very well when we were
Yeah.
poly.
Yeah.
I thought we were communicating well,
Yeah.
and then I saw more changes, and it made me go inside myself. It made me wanna stop communicating
Yeah.
because I'm like, "Well, she's not talking, what the hell am I talking for?"
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And man, I think there was a time where we just shut down.
Yeah.
It was like a week, we just shut down.
Yeah.
We didn't hardly talk at all.
Mhm.
We were like walking
I can't
roommates.
even imagine that.
Isn't that nuts?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That was a very, very strange time, very surreal, and all it took was one sentence
Yes.
to change the entire
Yes.
situation.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and that really kinda changed your view on communication and basically changed your ideals on being vocal,
Yes.
correct?
Yeah.
Because previous to that, you held in a lot.
Yeah. Don't stir the pot.
Yeah.
I'm a I'm I'm very with you. I'm very submissive.
Sure.
I don't wanna get you angry. You're not even an aggressive, angry person. People have heard you on here passionate.
Yeah.
That's what I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
because it's gonna do one or two things, like you said. It's either gonna just make me go into submission and just be like, "Whatever you say, okay." I'm very passive,
Right.
or it's gonna send me the other way where it's like,
Yeah.
"Really?"
And then it's gonna explode.
Yeah, and it just
Yeah.
explodes. So, yeah, it's a weird situation.
I'm very much in this phase of my life where I'm just trying to be happy.
Yes.
I think a good portion
Same.
of my 30s, I felt like I was trying to be I was trying to be something. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
I was a round peg trying to fit in a square hole,
Yes.
and I was trying to find my footing.
Yes.
We were together throughout my entire 30s,
Yeah.
trying to
A
figure
little
out a
machismo-ness would
little bit.
come
Yeah.
out
Yeah,
every now and
sometimes,
then,
I
and not
mean,
all the time, but a little bit.
every now and then it would come out.
Yeah.
I was really trying to find out who the hell I was.
Yeah.
And I knew about 50% of what I was, but the rest of it I just didn't know.
No.
And
Wow, that's I mean,
it took a lot. It took a lot to get through all of that. So you went through your menopause and that was a thing, but I went through, I guess you could consider it almost a midlife crisis
yeah. Yeah.
where my 30s, man, I just was trying to figure out where I fit.
Yeah.
Now I'm in my 40s and I got to say I'm living it up.
Yes.
This is my happy phase.
Yeah.
I feel like I've mastered a lot of good things and I'm constantly trying to get better at different parts of life. I'm really not feeling any shame about loving as much as I do, trying to help people, trying to be there for people. It's who I am. I'm not going to be apologetic about it. I love people and I value friendships and that sort of thing. And I want to be able to be there for people and that sort of thing. And does it leave me open and susceptible to hurt? Yeah, well, it does, sure. But it's very rewarding for me to be able to play that role
Mhm.
for members of our community
Mhm.
because I was so alone for so long.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I just feel like people need a good companion sometimes. People need a good voice to talk to
Mhm.
every
Mhm.
now and then.
Mhm.
And to be able to be that for somebody is very rewarding.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's funny that it's developed like that because I don't like talking to people
Yeah.
either. It's a little ironic.
Yeah. You like talking. You really don't like talking to people. You say that often, but you
It's
talk
an
to
internal
people all
feeling.
day.
I do. I do. It's like a love and hate thing.
I do not like talking to people.
Well, see, now that's interesting because you do so well at it and
I'm
you're a
better in
social
person.
butterfly, let me
In
tell you.
person, I will chat
Oh,
with them
so
forever.
online you don't like talking to people.
Online,
You know,
I'll do it.
I I like talking to people online just because it's easier. It's like
Is y
I don't have to sacrifice my time with my family to have a discussion with somebody
There you
else.
go. I like that.
Whereas if I have to be in person, I have to say goodbye to you guys. I gotta go someplace where I'm probably gonna spend some money so that I can have a conversation with somebody. So it's convenient for me.
Is your communication better? So you would say your communication is better online?
No,
It's
I
not?
it's not.
Didn't you just say that though?
No, no, that's not what I said. I actually believe I am just as good online as I am in person and vice versa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm not.
The only difference
My communication's way better in person.
The only difference for me, and actually, this is something that you should consider before you say you're way better in person, is is that yeah, your communication is better in person, but it also comes with a face attached to it.
Oh, yeah.
And there is sometimes no mistaking what that face is saying.
I'm unapologetically me.
Yeah, oh, I know, and I love it. I
Yeah.
dig it. I'm
Yeah.
here for it.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is when you talk to somebody online
They
Actually,
can't see my
this is
face.
this is the fascinating thing. They
Wait,
can't see
but
your
they can see my
face, but they
punctuation.
can see your
Oh my
punctuation, and boy, do
god.
they know when it's iced
You
out.
know, you know,
Oh my
maybe you
gosh.
should start looking at my punctuation.
What does that mean? I don't even know what that
There you
means. But by its context, it didn't
go. Oh,
sound
did
good
you
at
like my
all.
tone? You didn't even see my face. Why are
I
you
know,
looking
because I'm looking at the
away?
bathroom
Why?
because I am not an alpha male, and I'm being shown up here
I
by the
love
alpha
you
female,
so
so I have to
much.
play dead whenever the bear comes around, you
I,
know?
lo-
Maybe she'll sniff me and walk away.
I love you.
I love you too, my goodness. You are such a communicator, let me tell you.
I am.
You are, you are.
I'm better at it now.
You know what? And so am I. And this is part of the reason why I like where we're at right now, because I know that I can speak freely about what I want and not get a whole lot of pushback. Now, I know that there are certain things that I can say if I wanted and you would shut down. Luckily for me, I don't want those things. But I know where your line is drawn. But anything behind that line
Do you
is,
think you know where my line is, John?
I like to think that I know where your line is drawn. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I would say your line is drawn at anything romantic, anything that takes up my time away from you
Mm-hmm.
and is semi romantic.
Yeah.
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 That's your
Do
line.
you have a line?
Well,
No.
my line is the same as yours only because I want even Stevens.
If it wasn't even Steven?
I wouldn't have a line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta hold the leash a little. Hey, I don't
You
care what
know,
anybody says. This is me and you.
but
Whatever.
well, I
Whatever.
mean, and this is a good example of what you and I, we're on two different levels of want. And if I could,
We don't. We don't lifestyle the same
yeah, we don't lifestyle
for
the same.
sure.
We're on two different levels of want.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What you want out of the lifestyle is completely different from what I want from the lifestyle. But what's good about it is, yeah, you may be here on this level and I may be way up here on this level and you're not up here with me and you don't like it up there, but it doesn't matter because I love you
Mm-hmm.
and I want to do this with you.
Mm-hmm.
I'll come down here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And you have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? It is what it
Yeah.
is. It's
Yeah.
cool. I'm not going to let this be
Yeah.
a fucking relationship killer for me.
Yeah.
If that means, if there's something I want to experience, well, hey, oh well, because my
You
relationship means more.
communicate with me on it,
I do. I do.
and
And we
we
talk
talk
about it.
about it, and
Yeah, we
it's
do.
just sometimes I'm not mentally ready. Sometimes I think I'm mentally ready, and then we're at some spot, whatever, just we're at a spot, and I'm like, yeah, no, I wasn't mentally ready for that,
Yeah.
and I have to kind of work through it.
Yeah. And it's
But
and I'm not gonna lie, it's a pain in the ass for me
yeah,
because it's almost like, and I think I've mentioned this before. It's like being told it's that whole Lucy holding the football thing.
hmm
You know what I mean? You start holding the football and you're like, okay, this is, yeah, I think I'm okay with this. And I'm like, are you sure? Because I don't know. And you're like, yeah, no, I think I'm okay with this. And then I go to do this, and then you pull the football from me, and I fall down because you're going, yeah, no, I'm not okay with this.
yeah,
I don't like this.
yeah,
And as the supportive husband, I have to be like, okay, that's
begrudgingly,
fine.
Be-
Whatever. Yeah,
begrudgingly,
begrudgingly.
begrudgingly.
And luckily for me, that's happened a few times,
I mean,
but you've always made it up to me.
yeah, I was gonna say, so
Yeah.
like you come down, I go up. So like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Like I bend to what
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
and
I mean, right now, I'm able to, I mean, I don't really explore it very much, but we have the agreement that I can have friends with benefits.
mhm,
I can pursue stuff like that if I really wanted to. It would take communication
mhm,
and that sort of thing, but if I wanted to, I could pursue that. That's you going upwards because I know
yeah.
that you would
And there's a lot
not really care for that.
well, I mean, I did meet you up there, but there's a lot to that. Like to get to that little spot that you that you want, you have to, like, really up your communication. So, like, I mean, you do, and so that's why I
Yeah.
can be there
Right.
because, yeah, I moved up for that, but there's a lot of hoops. There's a
Yeah.
lot of hoops that have to be jumped through. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Before it even gets there. So it's like, okay, well, if he's willing to do that, I'm willing to do this.
Right.
So yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's kind of a meeting in the middle thing.
Mhm.
Yeah. And, like I said, you do what you gotta do for your relationship, and I think when it comes to the lifestyle, I like the fact that, if it has to be a little uncomfortable, I'm still gonna deal with it, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is I want or I'm hoping for, or if I'd like for you to set something up or whatever,
Mhm.
because it's really fun when you're involved,
Yeah.
even if it's a separate thing, and that's why I'm kinda cool with me playing separately, but you being the one setting it up,
Right.
because initially, years ago, I wouldn't have liked that because I would have been like, "Fuck, dude, I
I'm my
I
own
can
person.
I
Like,
can do it on my
yeah.
own, I
Yeah.
don't need my wife setting shit
Yeah.
up for me." But now I'm kinda digging it because I hate logistics, I don't
Yeah.
like setting things up. It's a pain. And the primary pain was having to set something up and then take that information over to you and go, "Hey, I'm putting this in the calendar." And then you kinda looking at me and going, "Oh, you you planned for that day? Okay." And then I'm like, "Oh, well, I mean,
Oh, did you
did
know that
you"
I have the day off and we're going
Yeah,
shopping for
it's like
I
because
know.
you
Yeah,
you
yeah,
do a
yeah.
lot of stuff with the calendar,
Yeah.
and there's a lot
Yeah.
of stuff I don't know what's going on, you have planned. And so just logistically, it's just a pain in the ass. So I
Mhm.
would rather, at this point in my life, yeah, hell yeah, man, take that off my plate. Go ahead, set me up. I wish I had a secretary to set me up some sex fun, Can you have the conversations for me too? That would be great. Just
Yes,
taking
I
all the
actually
guessing.
can.
No, actually, if you did, I would never get laid. It would never happen. It would never happen. Let me tell you something though. It has taken time and it has taken energy and it has taken years to reach the level of communication that you and I have reached with each
Mhm.
other.
Mhm. And we're just getting better.
And we're getting better and people hear how we are with each other and I know we make it seem easy. And right now it kind of is, but it really isn't. You know what I mean? This
Yeah.
has taken years for us to get to this point. It's taken us years to be able to trust each other enough to be able to say the things that we say to each other.
Mhm.
So when you hear us on the podcast and we're talking very free and very open with each other, well, that's because that's what we do with each other. We talk openly with each other. And I know that there's a lot of couples out there that wish that they could do that with their spouse, and you can. But don't just do it on a whim without initially talking to your spouse.
That's right.
So tell your spouse, look, this is something I want to try. Let's start being like really, really open. If you've ever seen the, there's that movie with Jason Segel where he breaks up or his chick breaks up with him,
Oh, yeah.
and
Sarah Marshall?
yeah, forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Yeah.
Russell Brand's character of the the guy that was she was cheating
Yes.
on him
Yeah.
with.
Yeah.
That character is kind of a very cool character in the fact that he is honest almost to a fault.
Yes.
Like, he's just blatant, no filter, all honesty.
Yes.
And also not just all honesty, but just very free, and I'm just happy and loving and just whatever,
Yes.
and I'm just gonna do whatever feels right, man. That I don't know what it is. I dig it, and I took a lot from that character to my own mentality, which is we should be overly honest with each other. We
Mhm.
should be overly open
Mhm.
with each other. We don't have
Yeah.
to be rude about it. We don't have to be ugly about it. There are ways to say things forward and direct without having any kind of tone whatsoever.
Yeah.
And just being able to have that as an open discussion and be able to say, look, I'm just saying something and I know you don't like it, but this is really what I'm thinking, this is what
Yeah.
I'm feeling, and we don't have to get mad at each other. We can
Mhm.
just talk about it.
Mhm.
You kind of take on that mentality of thinking, and when we both take on that mentality of thinking, it leads to really great discussions,
Yes.
really
Yeah.
eye-opening discussions.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
That's the good part.
that's really where I mean, that's how this podcast came to be,
Mhm.
because we've always been able to have these open discussions with each other, and it's like, why aren't we recording this for other people to see
Yeah.
or for for other people to hear,
Uh,
excuse me. And so that's really how this was born into conception, but I think, well, realistically, the podcast has kind of opened us up as far as our communication even more, and I didn't think that that was possible.
yeah. We talk, I guess, more freely?
We talk more freely now. We used to have discussions, and I felt like you were in agreement with me quite often.
Yeah.
And since the podcast, you've found your voice even more,
Yeah.
which is groovy, baby. I'm digging it. Like,
Yeah.
good for you,
Yeah.
because I love a little spice.
Yeah.
You've got an argument, pose it to me.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. Convince me. And so, even just since the start of this podcast, being able to see that it's improved our communication
Mhm.
is pretty cool. And that's kinda neat to be able to see that.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just getting better.
Oh,
I love it. It's just getting better.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. So do you feel like there's anything that people like so how do I put it? There's different things of communication, right? And some people just don't have it. How would you tell somebody who you and I, right? Sometimes you can get a little passionate and sometimes I'm a little bit more into myself, right?
Mhm, mhm.
Do you think it's baby steps to get there?
Yeah, I
Like,
mean,
it's not gonna happen overnight.
no, you
Like, you gotta
can't.
practice it.
Yeah, yeah, and that's the one thing that both parties need to understand.
Yeah, that it has to be practice. It's
Yeah,
not something that
it doesn't happen overnight. You don't just turn on a light switch and all of a sudden it's done. You do this now.
yeah.
It takes practice, it takes gentle reminders, it takes patience from your spouse or
Yes.
partner.
I like that you said that gentle reminders
Yeah, you don't have
because
to be an asshole about it.
yeah,
You don't have to, like, throw it in their face and go, "Hello, I thought we were fixing that."
yeah,
You
sometimes
know what
you
I mean?
remind me
Yeah,
and it's been so long,
yeah,
and sometimes I remind you.
yeah,
Like, I don't know, that's a good way to put it.
yeah, gentle reminders, I mean, you it is what it is. You just and then after a while, you don't need it as often, and it just becomes second nature. It's just your way.
And the way you communicated with your ex or actually with anybody, the way you communicate with this one person is not gonna be the same way that you communicate with everybody.
Right, right, it's always different.
Yeah, it's like for me, right? The way I communicate with you, I can communicate to my boss
Right.
a little harsher though. Do you know
That's
what I mean?
interesting.
The
Yeah,
way I communicate with our children,
yeah.
a little more relaxed.
Yeah, so now you're starting to understand. So for the longest time, I always told you, I can talk to somebody, learn their personality, and I can become a version of myself that's better suiting for them.
Yes.
It's almost like a less threatening
Yeah.
kind of way. You know what I mean? Like,
You know
I am somebody that they can get along with because I can respond to them in a certain way. I can talk to them. They can understand me. I can understand them.
yeah. So the communication can match them what they are.
Right.
And for me, I'm very different in that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm very, very nice and loving in the house with you guys.
Mhm.
Outside, I'm very not.
Yeah. Yeah,
My
you're pretty cool.
communication is harsher.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, and that's good because most really narcissistic households tend to have. I'm not saying you're narcissistic, but I'm
Okay.
saying it's a good
I think we've
sign.
covered
I'm
this
saying it's a
already.
good sign because you're not
Yeah.
narcissistic, because narcissistic households, it would be you would treat everybody outside the household really well,
Oh, yeah,
and you
no.
would treat the people close to you like shit.
Oh, nope.
So that's a good sign. That's what I'm saying.
Thank
Good job. You're
goodness.
not a narcissist.
I
Way to go.
I mean,
Yeah. And I'm communicating that to you.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Thank
I want you to
you.
know that I appreciate that you're not a narcissist. Thank you. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's really it's difficult. And that was something that I always tried to tell you was, I handle things personality wise, even with our kids. They're all different personalities.
Mhm.
I have to handle them each and every different way.
Yes.
So the way I am with one kid, I cannot be with the other kid, and vice versa. I have to be different versions of myself to better suit them. Just the same way as I am with
Yes.
people at work. The two executives at my office,
Yes.
they couldn't be more
They are
opposite of
so
each other.
opposite.
Yeah. One is an extreme conservative type of person, very businessman like, and then the other one is very liberal, far, hardly ever wears shoes, California kid. I mean, they are farthest away on the spectrum. They don't get along. They don't like each other. They're very different personalities. And I can be different versions of myself
I
for both of them, and they both love me. I can connect with them on both different levels and still have a good secure relationship with
Mhm.
them
Mhm.
without shortfalling myself, because it's a version of me.
It's not
It's not
the
all of me.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not going to
yeah,
share with this person what they may not like. They're
yeah.
going to get what they like, and
Yes.
that's I'm good. I'm good with
I
that.
remember asking you about them, and I remember when you got this job and I told you, and you told me that. You're like, "They're so different." And I was like, "Oh, really?" And you're like, "Yeah, the way I communicate with this one, can't communicate with that one." I was like, "That made no sense to me."
Now you get it though.
Oh, I totally get
Now
it.
you get it,
I totally get
because
it.
it really how you communicate with each different personality.
Yes.
That's really what it comes down to. And that's what a lot of conflict comes out. If one person doesn't know how to communicate with this personality, so then they just communicate it how they think everybody should take it.
Right.
And this personality is not going to take it that way.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, it's conflict. It's a misunderstanding because somebody didn't know how to communicate properly.
And I feel like a lot of people don't know how to read between the lines.
Well, I mean, I don't know how to read between the lines.
No, you don't. You don't.
No. And there's a lot of people who don't, because I
Mhm.
mean, realistically, you're asking people to interpret,
Yeah, that's true.
and everybody's got
That's
different
true.
interpretations. You
Yeah.
can't expect that from people. I think a lot of really smart people just go, just tell me. Just
Yeah.
tell me.
Just say
Don't
it.
play these games with me. Don't expect me to think that I can read your mind. Just tell me and I'll do it.
You can't read my mind?
Ugh, right now I can. You look very tired and I think we're going to have to
Yes.
wrap
I need my
up.
bowl of cereal.
Okay. Well, let's go get a bowl of cereal.
Yes.
Hey, let me tell you something before we
Mm.
go.
What's it?
You look really cute though.
So do you,
I know you're tired and you're ready to close your eyes and everything, but
baby.
I just want you to know, and I want everybody out there in the podcast land know, I think you are the most amazing woman I've ever met in my entire life, and I am very thankful for you. I'm glad that you're my best friend, and I'm happy to be sharing this with you.
Oh, I love you,
I
baby.
love you too, and I'm happy to be sharing this with all of you as well, everybody out there in podcast land. Thank you so much for joining us this week. We are having a ball sometimes. Sometimes I quit before the show, and then she talks me into doing it. But
Communication.
for the most part, we're having a great time doing the show. And I'm really very, very happy that all of y'all are joining us and being able to be a part of our family, essentially. I mean, that's what this is. That's what we're doing. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for showing all your love and support. And we will see you next week.
Bye.